I grew up playing Sonic the Hedgehog, and as a child I pretty much owned every available Sonic game on the Sega Mega Drive, so it's no big surprise I have a fondness for the character and his games. But it wasn't until years later that my appreciation for the series really exploded, and that was all with the help of a single Sonic community, the ROM hack community. So today I'd like to talk about some of my favorite Sonic hacks that I've seen over the years. And for those unaware, this isn't anything like a bootleg. These are games made by fans for other fans, with maybe new levels, new art, new music, new moves, add toast, and that's it!
I've come up with a new recipe.
But before we get into the meat of this thing, I want to give a honorable mention to Sonic Mega Mix. I love this ROM hack because it's just a nice clean package that, even though old, still holds up to this day quite nicely. Though nowadays I can say I have hacks I prefer over it, I still can't deny this was the hack that started it all for me. And honestly, it's a pretty good place to start if you've not played a hack before, offering things like a bunch of new characters to use, completely new levels, amazing art, and some unique boss fights. So for all that, thank you, Sonic Mega Mix. The trouble is, where do I start? I have so many hacks I enjoy, from the amazing to the downright bizarre. Okay, let's go for something simple. Sonic Tetris. Yeah, I know. I'm not going to be here very long. It's kind of self-explanatory what it is. But damn it if I don't like a good game of Tetris now and then. But what I like is that they've taken Sonic, ripped it apart, and made Tetris out of it? Like, to me, that's pretty technically impressive. It even goes through all the stages up to Scrap Brain Zone, and offers some really spruced up versions of the soundtrack. Man, I wish I could listen to these while I play the actual game. Oh wait, you can! This is what I love about this hack, is that you can play the original Sonic 1 with spruced up music, and the special stages are replaced with Tetris. I am sold. Not that that's hard. I'll take this over the Sonic 1 special stages any day. Okay, what do we have next? Oh god. Pantufa The Cat is not actually the hack I'm talking about, but I do want to show it for a quick moment to kind of explain a few things. This hack was made by Vada Pega. Now, just after playing one of his hacks, you're going to learn that there are certain qualities to his work, and that you're quickly going to realize he's the meme lord of the Sonic hacking community. I mean, it's not like I'm that much better.
New recipe.
This is Sonic the Very Useful Engine, and I hate that I love it so much. But it happens to be one of my favorite hacks out there purely because of the random nonsense that's in it. Let's just say that
Thomas was everywhere.
And let me warn you, any form of sanity you have left will be taken away by this hack. Thomas is everywhere. Merged with Sonic, merged with the Badniks, merged with the terrain. What I love about this hack is it's quite consistent, and it makes references and jokes there, although you may not understand the complete context, that are still rather funny. And its New Game Plus goes above and beyond. I can't. The layers that this joke just has is glorious. Not only is it Wrecking Ball, you can also hear Thomas the Tank Engine mixed in with it, and still it's the boss theme. What? Now, I do have some bias, because there are references that are purely in jokes, but there's even a reference to Pixelated Memories, because when you go in water in Labyrinth Zone Act 2, I take it all back, this hack sucks. Now, if you go looking, there are two versions of this hack available. The old contest build, specifically for emulators, and a Steam Workshop build with updated jokes. The Steam one I recommend purely because it has New Game Plus unlocked from the beginning. But if you want that authentic Thomas the Tank Engine loop, the original will do fine too. I just need to stop before this affects my mental health. From a bunch of small memes to a giant meme, let's talk about a ROM hack that allows us to control our favorite purple cat. Briggs Fishing Derby. This one actually has a plot, I guess. Froggy jumps into a very conveniently sized special ring, which apparently destroys all the fish or something, and he also gets an emerald, which, good on him, I guess. Can't imagine what a frog going through one of those would look like. So in this hack, it's your mission to try and catch Froggy. And in its simplest form, that's it. You catch the frog, the level is done. You move on to the next. which is usually themed after a level from a Sonic game, badniks and all. And there's quite a lot of levels. The stages all look lovely with some really interesting badnik choices. And occasionally you might even see a special cameo, my favorite being Lilac from Freedom Planet. Of course, it's not as simple as just catching the frog. There are other things to get in the way, such as the badniks, because if something hits you while you have something on your line, you could lose rings or a life. And in certain stages, you also get a boss fight, fighting Robotnik for the frog. Thankfully though, fishing up the standard badniks will give you an item at random, maybe rings or a shield or a bomb that you can use defensively or offensively depending on if you're in a boss fight or not. And I think the best part about this hack is it's 2-player, and you can go against your friend trying to catch Froggy. The next set of hacks show that you don't need to make complex changes to make something memorable. Though I would advise you strap in, things are gonna get a little bit weird. This is the Ring Ride series, which is basically just Sonic 1 with a small change that makes a big difference. The idea is as you go through the game collecting rings, the more rings you collect, the stronger the effect is. And you may have noticed, things are looking a little bit weird right now. It honestly makes playing through Sonic 1 really odd. Ring Ride 2 is the same idea but a different effect, making the colors feel so right. The music in this one does this weird transition to some hypnotic sound. It's oddly quite relaxing. Of course, these effects get more intense as you collect more rings, and I don't believe there's a limit.
Oh man, these Sonic hacks. Whew!
Ring Ride 3 makes it so that what if every ring Sonic collects, he gets heavier. Whenever he jumps, the world gets a bit... This effect can get a bit intense as you collect a lot of rings, but a good thing to note is when you lose all your rings, the effect resets. And last but definitely not least, Ring Ride 4. As you collect rings in this one, the world becomes your trampoline, making the floor more bouncy and at a certain point allowing you to bounce by holding all the face buttons. This one is my favorite though, just because of one extra feature. Get the invincibility and you get, oh yeah, some sweet tunes. Of course, there are a bunch of others as well, some with more simple ideas, like what if Sonic had a Mega Mushroom? What if going up and down slopes twisted the camera? What if when you break a monitor, everything is backwards? This one really messes with you, by the way. All these more simple hacks were made by Marky Jester, just little projects they did in their own time. I really enjoy them for what they offer, but when it comes to my all-time favorites, 2 in particular stand out to me. First, let's start with Pana Der Hejhog, with Original the character, Do Not Steal. Wait a minute. Pana the Hedgehog, Sonic the Hedgehog, Panasonic the... God damn it! Oh, this hack is so smooth. Not only that, its colors are great. I swear I'm seeing some more frames in that hedgehog. It's good shit. This is the power of Marky Jester and team really going full force with a full conversion. Now, there is one thing I actually dislike about this hack and the next I'll show off, but I'll save that till the end. Generally, these experiences are just really cool. No pun intended. And I love the way that the level changes midway to suddenly become all iced over. And I really appreciate the small details, like the snowflakes and the rings changing color. And as if this hack didn't offer enough already, it even has a custom boss fight, which I'm not that great at. Oh, and then... oh wait, no, it just ends after that. Hard to beat for sure. But funnily enough, this turned out to be just a stepping stone to what is currently one of my favorite hacks out there. Sonic the Hedgehog, the next level. Man, I don't even know where to start with this, so I guess I'll go for the most obvious. This hack is gorgeous, and we haven't even got to what I consider the most visually pleasing part. Just look at those colors! We also have that smoothness we saw in Pana Der Hejhog. I'm gonna have to say it like that every time time, I know it. And since we're focusing on graphics right now, can I just say that this hits all of my tastes, my aesthetics, if you will. It's colorful, it's interesting, it really catches your eye, and that might actually be a negative for some people. Like, I could understand if someone pointed out that this was visually busy. This hack just oozes charm, and it's so polished. And I feel like that's why this is such an enjoyable experience, because it feels like the time was taken to just make sure everything flowed nicely. Each level has its own gimmick, its own theme, its own music and art. And one of the more impressive side notes is it works beautifully on hardware too. I was amazed. And of course, much like Pana, this hack has a custom boss fight as well. As long as you don't mind getting blinded by colors. Oh god. Though it is quite unique, I'll admit that not many Sonic hacks have allowed me to float around and casually bump into the boss to damage them. And then...
There you go, you see? It's all glitched out.
Okay, so my complaint is they're just short, and I know that's completely on me. Some people may argue that's a good thing, that it's a short, contained experience that doesn't overstay its welcome. But I'm like, come on, man, just like 1 or 2 more levels, please? But we're not done yet. There is still one more hack I want to show off, and this one is rather special to me personally for multiple reasons. This is Sonic Eggs on Toast. Alright, I have absolutely no idea what that could possibly mean. What's this one gonna be about? I don't even know why I question these things. I mean, I was the one that chose to do this video in the first place.
Whoa, 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 hold the phone. Are you stealing my bit?
What, me? No, I wouldn't dare. Well, you know what they say, imitation is the sincerest form of flattery.
Fair enough. Works for me. Nice seeing you again, Anti-Toast.
Oh yeah, no problem, man. Wait, what'd you call me? Okay, joking aside, the reason why this hack is special is because it was made for me and my audience. Every changed thing in this hack is either an idea or a reference to my live stream. We even have Chaos Toasters. It's a fantastic idea, including even harder special stages in New Game Plus, which I refuse to show off because I hate Sonic 1 special stages. I mean, the final boss is even me, as it's the sprite I use for the Pixelated Memories episodes. And the ending is a reference to a joke we made a long time ago, though that itself is a story a bit too long for this. So of course this hack will always have its own special place in my heart, for not only it being something I never expected to receive, but also because it's the reason I got to meet some amazing people. And I think that also shows you can still enjoy this hack for its silliness even without getting all the references. Simplistic compared to some, but maybe you just want egg on toast in your hacks. And that about wraps it up for me. Those were some of my favorite hacks that I've played over the years. To be fair, there's a lot more hacks that I really enjoy, and it was quite difficult picking some of my favorites. There are a lot out there that are just really good. But hey, if you want to check out a big old playlist full of Sonic hacks, I've actually been doing a series on my gameplay channel since 2009 called the Sonic Hack Showcase. I'll leave a link to the playlist in the description below. Warning, some of them are pretty old, which means really bad quality. Not like you'd expect much different from me. Wink. But before I go, of course, massive shout out to Ant Dude. Can't thank him enough for that special cameo. Go and check his channel out, link in the description as well. As of recording, has been going on a wonderful Kirby ride, a Kirby air ride if you will. He's also done his own videos on Sonic hacks. He's also mentioned a few that are in my list. But until then, thank you for watching this episode of Pixelated Memories. Thank you guys for watching, and of course, thank you to my Patreon supporters for being so supportive. And if you would like to assist Pixelated Memories, the option is there. If you enjoyed this video, throw it a like, it really helps out, and subscribe if you want to see more videos in the future. We have a Mario bootleg video available for you, as well as an old edutainment game I revisit from my childhood, as well as all my social media links if you wish to follow. Thank you and goodbye.